play, the extra point and everything. Just take us through that.
Yeah, obviously I let the moment and the passion of the game get to my head, and I lost control of myself. That was number 12, the one that smoked Drake on that play, but I need to have better control of myself. Obviously, I got that first penalty for pushing him, and then the second one was just for running my mouth on the way off the field. So, yeah, that's not who I am, but obviously it happened, so.
Did you not leave the field feeling like you got a pass with the fist bump from the president of the university?
I will say I was a little stressed out until I got to that point. All the stress was like lifted off my shoulders once that happened. So, but yeah, other than that, I do need to have better control of myself. I mean, that stuff like that doesn't happen to me. I'm a mature, football player. So, but yes, when that happened, obviously I did feel like I was a little bit more in the clear. But that's not gonna happen again. So,
You ever been ejected from a game?
no, I have not.
Kind of badass.
Yeah.
I'll send it.
Yeah, I'm surprised after 50 starts that hadn't happened, but it happened. Put it on the resume, but we're gonna forget about it and move on. So.
But it seems like you guys grew, though. I mean, you guys defended a player. Certain things happen, sure, but we all came away believing this team really cares for each other, really roots for each other.
Yeah, that's a good thing about this team is we do care for each other, and that was part of why that happened is just the care and the passion that we have, to be unified as a team, and the brotherhood that we have. I mean, you can't let that slide. Obviously, I'm not going to don't need to take it to the extent that I did, but yeah, I mean, stuff like that can't happen, and we're going to defend our guys. So yeah, that was a point of unity for our team, obviously, and so I do think that it brought us together a little bit, but not that. It's just the culture that we have. So
Did Drake say anything to you about it?
Drake didn't even know I left the field, so yeah, he walked past me in the locker room. I was like, hey, dude, you're welcome, or and he was like, why are you already dressed? I was like, yeah, I've been here for hours. So.
What was the experience like of spending a better part of that game in the locker room?
I was a little, had a little bit of anxiousness just thinking about the next game, and I don't want to hurt our team, obviously, especially the possibility that maybe I was out for the first half of this game or whatever, which I'm not, but that was a little bit in my head. But just sitting there by myself, it was a lot of scenarios. I didn't want to disrespect Coach Venables like that and do that to the Oklahoma brand, which is what I did. And I mean, I'm part of this team, and so what I do reflects Coach Venables in the team. So I was a little embarrassed. I was embarrassed because of that. So
how quickly did you find out that you weren't going to have to miss time?
Just a second ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been calling and asking. Mike just told me. So.
What's Coach Beatonbow's message to you when that happens?
Yeah, he.
Washington,
Okay. He obviously doesn't want. Obviously doesn't want that to happen. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that. So.
Well, it was such a great day for you guys offensively. That's the positive thing that came out of it. I mean, it was a huge day for you guys.
Yeah, no, I think everyone played well. Drake played amazing. Dylan did. Jacob Sexton, me and him had really good chemistry on the right side, and we ran for over 6 yards of carry, which is something that we've been trying to do all season. And so that was a really good, our highest point in the run game that we've had all season. And we're moving guys, and we're doing a good job. I think it showed what our offense can do, and West Virginia's a good team. So it's not something to, wave your hand at or anything. I think they are a good team, and we did put points on them and put yards on them like that. And we did it in a fast manner. I mean, we had 1 minute less of possession time than they did the entire game, and we doubled every single category. So, I think that just goes to show the high-power offense that we have and that we can be. So we should keep it up.
With the run game specifically, what has started working for you guys over the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, just our downhill run games, running backs are doing a good job reading the hole. Dylan, his running ability is a good counter to that. The teams have to respect him. In that instance, especially on that one long play in the red zone that he pulled, so they have to respect him. So they're going to leave a guy over there. They're not going to stack the box like they could if Dylan couldn't run. You know what I'm saying? So I think having him and the pass game working the way it did and everything just worked together and balanced out, and it let us run the ball like we did, and we threw the ball good. So
how fulfilling is it as an offensive lineman when you see a running back like Gavin Sawchuk have a career day on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's just all the work that we've done to be able to give those guys those opportunities. They work hard, and we, want to give them the opportunity to have days like that. And, just everything that we've done in the summer and all season has worked up to a day like we had on Saturday. So I think it just gives us a lot of gratitude and excitement for what we can do in the back stretch of this season.
We've seen him come along throughout the year, but what should fans take and know about Caden Green, guy that's been named the captain for this week?
Yeah, I mean, he's done the work. He's proven himself to be a great player. He's just going to get better, obviously. He is going to grow into his body a little more and, get bigger and stronger. I know it doesn't look like he can get bigger than he is, but he can get bigger and stronger and become tighter in his technique and use that strength that he has and his football intelligence. I mean, he's a really smart football player, compared to a lot of guys. So, and that's why he has the opportunity to play over people that we have already, like a lot of seniors that we have, and his attitude towards the preparation and his attitude in the way that Coach B knows that he cares about the game is what stands out, him compared to everybody else. Like, we know that he tries, he answers questions in meetings, he knows what's going on. He looks like he cares, and that's why I think Coach B keeps giving him the opportunity that he does. So,
how long did it take for him to get to campus when you realized how big his potential could be?
Yeah, I mean, spring ball, whenever he was playing, he played left tackle for a little bit, and I was watching him trap guys and push-pull guys to the ground. On R. Mason, who's a great pass rusher, I knew that he could be special. And I think moving him to guard, not putting him on an island, especially his first year. I mean, he could probably move out to tackle again, but moving him to guard and just tightened up, his play area, which has, given him the ability to shine like he is. So.
What about Jacob Sexton? You mentioned him earlier. How impressive was he on Saturday coming in?
No, he was really impressive. I think, we did a good job of communicating. I live with Jacob, so I told him not to stress out, that I was going to tell him what to do, which I didn't have to a lot of the game, obviously. But playing next to me gave him the ability to just play. He didn't have to think about a lot of things. But even if I wasn't there, he was going to be able to do it by himself. But I think he was able to play more free with the help that I was giving him. But, I mean, technique-wise, he had a great game. His double teams with the tight ends were really good. Pass pro was really good. So I think, playing next to him this week is going to be awesome again. I didn't feel like any pressure, like I was going to have to do more than I have been, being next to him, which was good. So I just think he's going to continue to grow the more that he plays. And right tackle is a really good fit for him, even though he's been playing left the whole season. But, I mean, he fit in right tackle perfectly. So.
What do you know about BYU?
I mean, obviously we know they're an older team. They have a lot of football experience. It might not be with the Cougars. Obviously, they have a lot of transfers from Weber State and Utah and Boise State. But they're going to be a hard-nosed football team. They're, big inside. They have high motors, just high football intelligence, just from the maturity that they have, for the age that a lot of those guys are. So
you guys have had 5 road games, 3 in hostile environments, and the 3 hostile ones were the toughest ones.
Right.
This will be like this on Saturday. What do you guys have to do mentally to prepare yourself for this game? Yeah,
just no, obviously, mental errors, no pre-snap penalties. We got to make sure we hear the snap count. That's what's, I would say, shot us in the foot a little bit this year. It's just in those loud environments is the pre-snap penalties. I think we had like 8 in 2 games, between the receivers and the offensive line, which can't happen, and that contributed to, killing our momentum and killing the rhythm that we had on offense. So just being able to tighten that up and not having any of those, and we need to score fast, and we need to empty that place out, so that they're not going to have the passion once, if we're airing that thing out on them. So I just think scoring fast, taking the air out of the stadium, taking the passion away from the fans will be a key part for this weekend.
It seems like